Lisa is entering a new phase in her career with a major acting project that has quickly attracted global attention. The BLACKPINK member is set to appear in a romantic comedy distributed through Netflix, one of the world's largest streaming platforms. Shortly after the announcement and early promotional materials were released, her name began trending across multiple regions, and the project became a major topic of discussion among fans, media outlets, and entertainment analysts. Industry observers view this move as more than a single acting role. It is widely seen as a strategic expansion into global screen entertainment, marking what many describe as the beginning of Lisa's movie star era. Lisa first rose to international fame as a member of BLACKPINK, one of the most successful K-pop groups in history. Since debuting in 2016, the group has achieved record-breaking album sales, sold-out world tour, and billions of views across digital platforms. Within the group, Lisa built a reputation for strong performance skills, stage presence, and global appeal. Her popularity extends well beyond music audiences. She has one of the largest social media followings among Asian celebrities and maintains a strong international fan base across North America, Europe, Southeast Asia, and Latin America. Over the past several years, her individual activities have expanded significantly. She has become a global ambassador for multiple luxury fashion brands and has appeared at major fashion events in Paris, Milan, and New York. Her solo music releases have also performed strongly on international charts and streaming platforms. This gradual expansion beyond group activities has led many industry watchers to expect a broader career direction that includes entertainment, fashion, and global media projects. The Netflix romantic comedy represents her most significant move into screen acting to date. While full plot details remain limited, early information indicates that the project focuses on character-driven storytelling and emotional tone, consistent with the modern streaming format for international romantic content. Netflix's involvement is a key factor in the level of attention the project has received. The platform operates in more than 190 countries, allowing new releases to reach a global audience simultaneously. For performers transitioning into acting, this type of distribution provides immediate international exposure that would previously have required multiple regional releases. Early promotional footage and still images show Lisa in a softer and more natural on-screen style compared to her stage persona. The visuals emphasize emotional expression, character interaction, and everyday settings rather than performance-based energy. This approach aligns with current streaming trends that prioritize relatability and character connection. Entertainment analysts note that romantic comedy is a strategic genre choice. The format relies heavily on screen presence, timing, and audience connection rather than technical action or heavy dialogue, making it a common entry point for performers expanding into acting. Public reaction to the announcement has been strong across social media platforms. Within hours of the teaser release, related keywords began trending globally. Fan communities shared clips, reaction videos, and analysis of her on-screen appearance. However, the discussion has not been limited to fan audiences. General viewers and industry observers have also commented on her natural expressions and calm screen presence. Early responses frequently describe her performance style as comfortable and fitting for the tone of the project. Media coverage has followed quickly. International entertainment outlets have reported on the project as part of a broader trend of K-pop artists expanding into global entertainment sectors. Several reports have highlighted Lisa's existing international recognition as a major advantage for streaming distribution. The marketing approach has also received attention. Rather than presenting her as a celebrity guest appearance, promotional materials position her as an integrated part of the story. Analysts suggest this strategy is important for building long-term credibility as an actress. From an industry perspective, the project reflects larger changes in global entertainment. Streaming platforms are increasingly casting internationally recognized figures to attract diverse audiences. At the same time, K-pop artists are expanding their careers into acting, fashion, and brand-driven media content. Not all transitions from music to acting succeed. Performance style, audience perception, and project selection play major roles in determining long-term results. In this case, Lisa enters the acting field with several advantages. She has extensive experience performing in front of cameras through music videos, global broadcasts, and commercial campaigns. She also brings a large international fan base that can generate immediate viewership. In addition, her brand image is widely recognized across multiple markets, which reduces the risk typically associated with first-time screen roles. Industry analysts note that if the project performs well, it could open opportunities for additional roles in streaming series, films, or international co-productions. Successful reception would also shift her professional positioning from music-focused celebrity to multi-platform global entertainer. Timing is another factor supporting the move. The global entertainment market is currently dominated by streaming services, and romantic comedies have seen renewed demand as accessible, character-focused content. These projects often perform well across cultures because they rely on universal emotional themes rather than region-specific storytelling. For Netflix, casting a globally recognized figure like Lisa provides built-in international attention. For Lisa, the platform offers immediate access to a broad audience and industry visibility beyond the music sector. Early audience discussion already reflects a shift in perception. Online conversations increasingly focus on her screen presence and character tone rather than her status as a K-pop idol. This change is considered a positive indicator for audience acceptance. Despite the strong early interest, expectations remain high. Viewers, critics, and industry professionals will closely evaluate the full performance once the project is released. Reviews, audience ratings, and completion data on streaming platforms will likely influence future casting opportunities. The level of scrutiny is typical for high-profile crossover projects. However, Lisa's career history shows experience managing global attention and public expectations, which industry observers consider an important advantage. Overall, the Netflix romantic comedy marks a significant step in the ongoing expansion of Lisa's career. Over the past several years, her activities have moved steadily beyond group music promotions toward global branding, solo work, and international media presence. This acting project represents the next stage in that progression rather than a sudden change in direction. The combination of global distribution, strategic genre selection, and strong public interest positions the release as an important test of her long-term potential in screen entertainment. For now, public attention remains focused on promotional materials and early reactions. The full impact of the project will become clear after its official release and audience response worldwide. What is already evident is that Lisa's career trajectory continues to expand across multiple areas of the global entertainment industry, with acting now becoming a key part of that evolution. In addition to audience interest, industry professionals are also watching the project as a case study in global talent crossover. The entertainment landscape has become increasingly interconnected, with streaming platforms reducing the traditional boundaries between regional industries. Performers who already have international recognition are now seen as valuable assets for productions aiming to reach a wide and diverse audience. Casting decisions today are no longer based only on acting experience. Market reach, global engagement, and cross-industry influence have become important considerations. In this context, Lisa's global visibility and digital influence significantly strengthen the project's commercial potential. Her social media presence alone reaches tens of millions of followers worldwide. Promotional content related to the Netflix project has already generated high engagement levels across multiple platforms. This level of organic promotion is considered a major advantage in today's competitive streaming environment. Another factor being discussed is audience behavior. Streaming viewers tend to explore content connected to public figures they already recognize. This increases the likelihood of strong initial viewership during the release period. However, industry analysts emphasize that long-term success depends on audience retention rather than initial curiosity. Viewer completion rates, repeat viewing, and word-of-mouth recommendations will ultimately determine the project's overall performance. If the film maintains positive audience response beyond its opening period, it could strengthen Lisa's credibility for future casting opportunities in larger or more diverse roles. The project also reflects a broader shift in how global pop artists manage their careers. Instead of focusing on a single industry, many top performers are building multi-sector careers that include music, fashion, acting, brand partnerships, and digital media. This diversification helps extend career longevity and reduces reliance on one market cycle. For Lisa, whose career already spans music, fashion, and global endorsements, the move into acting aligns with this long-term strategy. Entertainment business observers note that successful crossover figures often follow a similar pattern. They expand gradually, choose internationally distributed projects, and focus on roles that match their public image and audience expectations. Media coverage has increasingly framed the Netflix project within this larger career context. Rather than presenting it as a one-time experiment, many reports describe it as part of a structured career evolution. Coverage has also highlighted the importance of project selection. Romantic comedies are generally considered a low-risk entry point compared to action or dramatic roles that require extensive technical training or complex character transformation. If the audience response is positive, future opportunities could include streaming series, supporting roles in international films, or collaborations with global production companies. Another area receiving attention is brand impact. Lisa's commercial value is closely connected to her public image. A successful transition into acting could increase her influence across entertainment and advertising markets. Brands often prioritize figures who maintain visibility across multiple platforms. Film and streaming exposure can significantly expand audience demographics, reaching viewers who may not actively follow music or fashion content. This expanded reach can strengthen her long-term position as a global brand ambassador and media personality. At the same time, industry observers caution that audience perception will be shaped by performance consistency. The transition from music to acting requires adjustments in packing, emotional delivery, and character immersion. Early promotional material has created a positive first impression, but full audience evaluation will depend on the completed performance and overall story reception. If the project demonstrates strong audience acceptance, it could shift how casting directors and producers view her capabilities for future roles. The international timing of the release may also influence its impact. Global audiences are currently consuming more cross-cultural content than ever before. Non-English productions, Asian content, and international casts have seen increased visibility on streaming platforms. This environment creates favorable conditions for performers with multinational recognition. Lisa's background, language skills, and international fan base position her well within this global content trend. As the release approaches, anticipation continues to grow across online communities and entertainment media. Discussion is gradually shifting from announcement reactions toward expectations about performance quality and story reception. This shift reflects a change in audience focus. The conversation is moving beyond celebrity involvement and toward evaluation of the project as a complete entertainment product. At this stage, the Netflix romantic comedy represents both an opportunity and a test. Strong performance metrics and positive audience feedback could accelerate Lisa's expansion into screen entertainment. Mixed reception, on the other hand, may slow the pace of future acting projects while allowing time for further development. Regardless of the immediate outcome, the project confirms a clear direction in her career strategy. Lisa is continuing to position herself as a global entertainer with presence across multiple industries. With music, fashion, endorsements, and now international streaming content, her professional scope reflects the evolving model of modern global celebrity.